morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's the day after the Super Bowl, and I am at the lovely Lions VA Medical Center in Bedminster, New Jersey.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date. You're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
For those wondering, I had pneumonia and was hospitalized for well over 9 days. Finally got jailbroken a day ago, actually, and I have been remiss in the vlogging aspect of life because as soon as I got home, I passed the frick out. There was really nothing. I was dead of energy, dead of everything, dead to the world, and I figured sleep was a necessity for better recovery. So I have slept significantly since getting home. Today I'm going to go and do my normal mall crawl. Well, I say normal. It's been a minute since I've mall crawled, and I'm going to enjoy it. So I'll bring you along, get some B-roll of the mall, and go from there. But here we go on the day. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's the day after the Super Bowl, and I am at the lovely Lions VA Medical Center in Bedminster, New Jersey. For those that don't know, the Lions VA Medical Center was one of the first ones ever created in the United States, and I believe it was built in, this building itself was built in 1921, so it's old as shit. I'm here today for a very, very, very special MRI of my lumbar spine because of the implanted medical devices I have in my body. So the rep of the manufacturer who makes the device that's in my body should be here today to actually shut the device off while I'm in the MRI and turn it back on. So fingers crossed it all goes well, because it is the fucking VA after all. So with that, let's get our happy asses inside and get this MRI done. So here we go. Apparently everything I just said for the last 2 minutes wasn't recorded because I never hit the record button. As you saw, I got some B-roll of where radiology is at East Orange. I met with the Medtronics rep who deals with my pump that's inside my body. And like any neural stimulator and or pump, they are MRI safe, but they can only do so much in an MRI before it becomes an issue. So I had to have the reps there to ensure that my pump reactivated itself after leaving the machine. I also found out that the only MRI machine in the VA health system in the state of New Jersey that can do this kind of scan is at Lions VA, where I went, because the machines at East Orange are older than Jesus. I also was told that my pump can handle a stronger magnet, so to speak. So in essence, it can be used by older machines. It will shut down and turn itself back on. But this machine at Lions, because it's only a couple years old, can actually detect that you have this machine inside your body and shut it off, and it changes the resonance of the magnet, so that way you can still get crystal clear images but not actually see any of the, or interrupt any of the pump. So that's a huge plus. But from the standpoint of, you know, dealing with the pump and everything else, it's kind of cool that it was able to work as well as it did, and was able to go from point A to point B. But now that that is working, the pump has been interrogated and we know that the motor is functional. I am back home and I am headed to my favorite place of all, the car wash, since I haven't had the car washed in what feels like months due to all of the white shit you see outside the window. So my black car is pretty much white with salt, so I'm actually super excited to get it cleaned, even though it's gonna get dirty the moment I leave the car wash. So with that, let's continue the day and go from there. So onward. Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. I have been terrible at this vlogging game. I've been terrible at storytelling. I've been terrible at actually picking up the camera and talking with you guys. And God, that is a long line of traffic. You probably won't be able to see it, but needless to say, it's at least 15 to 20 cars deep with 2 snowplows, so I'm not getting in front of it. And then, of course, I'm going to get nailed with another line of traffic coming from this direction right here. Right there. Aside from that, it has been a good day. It's been a good couple days since I was last in the hospital. What you don't know is I was actually hospitalized again in between hospitalizations. So I've had 3 hospitalizations in the last month. So I've pretty much spent the entire month of July with snow on the ground. January and part of February in the hospital for a multitude of things. And I'm trying to get some stuff figured out, and I'm also doing the lung transplant workup. So with the lung transplant workup, that requires a lot of doctor's visits, and I should be bringing you guys along on that, but I haven't. For those that are wondering, yes, I still do need oxygen. It is sitting right here next to me. I just try to go without it for as long as I can these days to try and help strengthen my lungs, which both my pulmonologist and I have agreed was a good thing, but probably not the best thing. Aside from that, it's just another beautiful day here in north central New Jersey, and yeah, so off to the VA hospital for yet another follow-up for no fucking reason whatsoever. And welcome back, everyone. I am at the beautiful VA Medical Center right here in front of me, and this gorgeous building right here behind me. Not sure how well you can see it, but it is pretty nice, and with the snow, it is very pretty. But my appointment is finished. It's just nursing follow-up after being admitted to the hospital for a freaking month. And I did find out that I have had the consult put in for Manhattan neurosurgery. The doc called me, so we're good to go on that, which means we'll be able to fix what's up with my spine. In layman's terms, I have 2 forms of scoliosis, as well as nerve impingement and fatty tumors everywhere in at least my lower spine and thoracic spine. So needless to say, there's some shit going on down there that needs to be addressed, but what that is, we'll figure that out soon, hopefully, because I don't know how much longer I can deal with this ridiculous pain. But tonight is February 13th. It's Friday the 13th for all my horror fans out there. But my wife and I are actually heading out to dinner tonight at a local restaurant that we celebrated our first Valentine's Day on Valentine's Day, but we're doing it a day early because tomorrow's busy for both of us and we didn't feel like dealing with the crowds. So with that, onward to home so I can actually get ready for dinner, and then out to dinner with me and the missus. So onward with the day.
Well, what a surprise. I'm back. Major spinal issues, to say the least. And things are just rocking and rolling here. I did have my hair down last time I left off because this is going to be a compilation of vlogs from Monday all the way to Monday, so a week's worth of vlogging. And I'm using my old school Canon G7X Mark III, which can Bluetooth to my my special microphone, my DJI. But the thing I love about this camera is if I decide to turn it to try and show you the view, which, let's see if I can show you the view. 1 second here. That is downtown New York City. That's how close my hospital is to Manhattan. Now I am waiting to go to Manhattan neurosurgery for a checkup on my spine, and that could take a little bit, but the doctors are pushing for what's called an urgent evaluation of my spine, because I did have an interesting MRI, which I talked about before, and with the scoliosis and everything going on, stuff's just not feeling right. So we need to get that fixed, we need to get that going, and we need to get it going sooner rather than later. So here I am. On the night I took Christine out to dinner, which was Friday the 13th, we got home, I bent over, and I could not stand back up. It took us over 20 minutes to get down the stairs. It took us another few minutes to get into a wheelchair that I had in the house to get out to my car. And then when we got out to the car, it took us 45 minutes to get to the hospital. And by the time I got to the hospital, I could not put any weight on the left side of my body whatsoever. So that was absolutely daunting and just painful as hell. So with that, I have been here since Friday night, technically Saturday morning. Port access, medications, they're trying different medications to see which ones I can be on to hopefully get me off of the steroids that are making me puffy, among other things, and go from there. But needless to say, at least they're doing a great job. We're moving in the right direction, and welcome to the compilation vlog. So with that, I'm going to end it here right now, so that way I can start fresh later and give you guys updates throughout the next couple days as things continue to progress. So with that, thank you all for watching. As always, have a great night, and we'll see you later.